Well, it looked like it would be another beautiful day, well, half cloudy, and I decided I'd go to Cortona. So I got on that C2 bus that was right next to my hotel. Once I was at the train station, I grabbed a water and a little pastry, a croissant, and then I got on that standard 904 slow train that goes to Rome. It does make a stop there right in Cortona. The departure board showed that my train was already at track 16, so I made my way there, and sure enough, as soon as I walked up, the train started arriving. There's a little bit of a delay in some of these stops along the way. We arrived about 30 minutes late, but through the dirty windows of the train, I got a good view of the city. One of the good ways to manage your time in any of these little small hilltop towns is to look for that departure board that's at the train track. So I saw here that there was a departure board and I wanted to get back around 3 o'clock, so scooping in, I looked and saw there's a 3:23 departure from Cortona back to Florence. So that's kind of how I timed what I wanted to do today. And once you step out of the train station, there is a little square, and they have a bus stop, and that bus takes you straight up this windy road for about 10 or 15 minutes to get to the main center square of the hilltop town. The little bus drops you off at the square of Piazza Garibaldi, who was instrumental in unifying Italy into one country versus a whole bunch of little states. And then you start walking on the main drag that takes you into more historical part of town. And every time you turn left or right, there's always some sort of little alleyway that either goes directly down 45-degree angle on one side of the street and then up 45 degrees upstairs on the other side of the street. But it was a beautiful walk and a beautiful day. You could really tell that it was off-season in Cortona. About half the stores were closed, but those that were open, you had the place to yourself. I had to stop at a few places just to get my camera angle just right to show you that some of these streets were literally a 45-degree angle. So I made my way up to the cathedral that was recommended to me by the bus driver. The Church of San Francisco is a 13th century church, beautiful pieces of artwork inside, and it also holds relics of St. Francis of Assisi, including his habit or his gown, as well as a preserved fragment of the Holy Cross. So after seeing the church, I decided to make my way back down the hill and see if I could find a section of the city that had the walls so I could overlook it and see the hills below. So I worked my way back to one of the main squares in search of a place to have lunch. After lunch, I worked my way through another part of the city so I could find the wall again, so I could take some photos of the city and the valley below. And that's the city down below, and that's where the train is. I made my way back to the Piazza Garibaldi, and I waited for the little shuttle bus that would take me back to the train station.